parenting, and student loan repayment. Her short script, Fridge Mates, won the Family Animated category in the 2016 Nashville Film Festival in April and was also selected as a quarterfinalist in the 2015 Screencraft Short Competition. You'll find her writing and laughing in her own little world comprised of 3 important C's: coffee, cats, and characters. All right.
Hello. Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah. You guys can hear me, right? That feels good. Okay. This is a short excerpt from my novel that I'm working on now called Clutch. And all you need to know basically is that the character Galen is a professional football player and Shireen is just a regular college girl. Okay. The clerk slides a credit card-sized envelope across the marble countertop. Room 305. The elevators around the corner will take you to the 3rd floor. Enjoy your stay, Mr. Smith. He winks. Galen takes the white envelope, stamped with the maroon leaf logo of the Autumn Hotel. He places his hand against the small of Shireen's back, guiding her toward the hallway. He feels her tense as he touches her, making her posture more proper. He detects a hint of nervousness when she smiles, but there's a subtle surety to her step as she guides him down the carpeted hall. Galen watches as Shireen's long, delicate finger presses the up arrow. Her hands are small, the skin still red from the winter air waging war against any exposed flesh. He wants to grab them and rub them against his own, the friction warming her hands back to a pale complexion. She should have worn gloves. He looks at his own hands, the major part of him responsible for his successful career. Each catch he's ever made resonates against his palms. Each hit he's ever taken after a catch replays through his head as the ding of the elevator stings his sensitive ears. The polished brass doors open slowly, revealing more maroon and gold carpeting covering the half of the elevator. Above a brass-colored chair rail, mirrors outline the 3 sides of the elevator. Shireen follows Galen inside, immediately aware of her own presence as her reflection documents every move she makes. She hates mirrors. Her makeup is still intact, though all that time spent perfecting her hair is useless. Frizzy strands curl at her hairline, an obvious byproduct of the hot club air mixed with the falling snow. She tries not to obsess, but it's an old habit that's still fighting from 6 feet under. She sighs, louder than she intended, and Galen smiles at her. From behind his beard, she sees bright white teeth perfectly aligned. His top lip shifts to the left ever so slightly when he smiles, which is one of the things she always found so cute about him. She prefers him clean-shaven, but the last interview he gave revealed he was a stickler for the playoff beard. As if shaving really has an effect on winning. This time, though, there's no TV. She's not on her couch, watching him from afar. She's here, in this elevator, alone with him. The doors close as Galen presses the button for the 3rd floor. Shireen's heart beats faster than normal, her nerves getting the best of her. What the hell is she doing here? He's close to her, and she can feel the fabric of his sleeve brush against her as he retracts his arm from the button. He smells earthy, amber and clove mixed with the freshness of the cool winter air, reminding her of brisk autumn nights. He slides his right arm around her waist and she tenses, hoping he doesn't notice how large her hips are as he pulls her around to face him. With his left hand, he gently caresses her cheek as their eyes meet. His touch is like an instant spark, electrocuting her entire body right down to her toes. She closes her eyes, counting the beats of her increasingly rhythmic heart. She feels his hand slide over her ear and firmly grasp the back of her head, under her hair. She separates her lips, expelling a small breath between them. She opens her eyes as Galen leans toward her. Pressing his lips against hers, he sends her into overdrive. She tilts her head and kisses him back as he pushes her against the wall of the elevator. She relaxes and slips her tongue between his lips. His saliva tastes sweet, a magical potion that swishes inside her mouth, coating the walls of her cheeks and leaving her wanting more. A natural aphrodisiac. His tongue meets hers as the elevator dings at the 3rd floor. Galen stumbles backward out of the elevator, his arms wrapped around Shireen's waist. His lips pressed against hers, he tastes the subtle sweetness from her pink gloss. A surge of adrenaline courses through his veins as she succumbs to his desire. He takes her hand, surprised at how soft her skin is despite exposure to the cold. The bright lights create vibrant white spots as he looks down the hall, a cloudy haze of illumination in his peripheral vision. He pushes Serene's back against the door, the brass plaque above her head engraved 305. Again, he kisses her deeply, passion mounting with every moment that passes. He's unusually aggressive, testosterone fueling his actions. He doesn't sense any hesitation as he watches her arch her back against the door, her chest nearly popping the buttons off her blouse. The last 10 months, football has been his world. Day in and day out, he traverses the field, running drills, practicing plays. As one of the league's most prominent players, he's kept his personal life mostly private. Not that he's had much of a personal life. He runs his hands through her thick blonde hair, their tongues intertwined and lips locked. He feels her hands slip under his shirt, those same delicate fingers caressing his bare skin. The elevator ding resonates loudly inside his head, the same as if he were standing directly in front of it. With each echoing ding, he clenches his eyes tightly, hoping to squeeze away the mounting pressure. As the doors open, the indistinct chatter from those inside supersedes his acoustic tolerance. Still fully engaged with Serene, he slips the slim card into the reader on the brass door. The light blinks red. Galen tries the handle, but the door doesn't open. Serene's eyes closed, her arms wrapped around him, resting her palms against his back. Her teeth scrape his bottom lip softly, and he can no longer hide his arousal. He pushes his pelvis against her, trying not to let the door distract him. Again, he inserts the card, only to meet the same outcome. Fuck. Serene opens her eyes, her tongue lightly brushing against Galen's bottom lip. He pulls away, focused intently on the key card. The door still doesn't open. Sorry. The door won't. Serene slips the card from his hand and inserts it gently into the reader. The light flashes green and the mechanical pin clicks. An embarrassed smile crosses Galen's face as she opens the door. Serene flicks the wall switch, bright fluorescence lighting the room. The burgundy and gold theme continues into the room. A large picture of an autumn tree above the bed catches his eye as the light reflects off the glass. Can we dim the lights a bit? He presses the slider bar in the wall, lowering the lights to create a suitable ambience. A soft glow illuminates the bed where Serene waits, toying with the cuffs of her blouse. He watches for a moment as she sits, legs crossed over one another, seemingly protective and suddenly nervous. He approaches the bed, the pre-room anticipation continuing to course through him. This is it. It's the final drive of the game and he wants to win. There's no team effort here, it's only him and the girl. He slides down next to her, his muscled arm wrapping her up against his chest. You do this a lot? She asks. This is the first time we've met, so no. He squeezes her playfully. I met with girls in general. I don't usually... Listen, you don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable with. It's not that, I'm just a little nervous. She looks up at him, their eyes lock. He leans in, his lips once again meeting hers. She sighs lightly through the kiss as he feels her relax. About what? He pushes her back, flat against the bed, and spreads her legs apart, positioning himself between. He wants her so bad he struggles to contain his aggression. It's as if there's another side of him, one that's been pent up for months, overdosed on testosterone and desperate for release. His head is throbbing, the bass of the club and the continual ding of the elevator swishing around his brain. And no matter how hard he tries to ignore it, all he hears is noise. You okay? She brings her knees up beside him, biting her bottom lip seductively. Just a little headache from the club. He smiles as he kisses her neck, passionately dragging his tongue along her skin, coming to rest near her left earlobe. She moans lowly as he suckles her ear. Why are you nervous? Well, you're you. I mean, I've never even talked to somebody famous before, let alone this. She giggles as he unbuttons her blouse. You mean this? Galen again kisses her neck, but trails his tongue down her chest, teasing her as he stops right above the curve of her breast, his tongue slipping past the lace applique of her camisole. The light flatters his body, casting shadows in all the right places. Taut, strong, rippling, each muscle deserves to be scouted by her tongue, leaving little trails of pleasure across his most sensitive areas. She breathes sharply as he moves his head further down her chest, his beard tickling her delicate skin. Wiry and rough, she enjoys the slight distinction and sensations between his facial hair and his lips. She runs her fingers through his thick, dark hair. Serene lets each strand of Galen's hair fall through her fingers, surprised by its softness and body. Her heart beats with anticipation at Galen's next move. She throws her head back against the pillow, enjoying the moment. She can't remember the last time a man was this focused on her body. She sucks her stomach in, hoping he doesn't think it's too flabby. What if he notices how thick her thighs are? Shit, what is she doing? She becomes increasingly self-conscious. Galen doesn't seem to notice and continues his descent. Suddenly, though, he stops. Shit, he must have noticed her thighs. Shireen lifts her head from the pillow, ensuring her double chin isn't apparent. Everything okay? Yeah, I think so. Galen rolls onto his back, lying directly next to her. I'm sorry, Shireen says softly. An awkward silence settles in. Finally, Galen turns toward her. What? I'm sorry, I mean, no matter how much time I spend at the gym, it doesn't make a difference. Galen laughs slowly. No. He leans towards her and kisses her passionately. You're fucking beautiful. Shireen blushes. I got a little dizzy for a second there. I'm fine. You did take a pretty big hit yesterday. The media's making it worse than it is. Really? Because it did look like you stumbled a bit getting up. At least the angle they had the camera. Shireen giggles nervously. Yesterday, she was watching this man make a game-winning play, and today she's lying next to him, half-dressed. None of this makes any sense. I just passed all the protocol. I seen the doctor this morning. Everything checked out. Galen props himself up on his elbow. Concussions are the new it thing. The critics are so focused, they see it everywhere, even when it doesn't exist. He runs his fingers down Shireen's neck, sending goosebumps down her spine. Cold? Let's get you warmed up. Galen pulls Shireen on top of him, his hands at her waist, positioning her perfectly against him. She moans softly, biting her bottom lip as she feels him grind against her. Damn. Thank you.